The Tao of Self-Confidence, Episode 717. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on the show today. She's an influencer, a marketer, and also an activist, and I'm really excited to have her on and share her story with us today on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Scarlett Hao. Scarlett, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Hi there, my name is Scarlett Hao. I'm behind social handle Scarlett Halo, and I live in New York. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Scarlett, what's your cultural background?
So I'm actually Chinese. I was born and raised in China, but I grew up a little bit in Germany. So there's a little bit back and forth between China and Germany, and moved to the US when I was 18. Yeah. And ever after that, I'm here.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Scarlett, what'd be your favorite self-confidence quote?
I think for me is I believe that so you can look as fashionable as possible no matter what size and what race you are in.
Thanks for sharing that great quote. And in your own words, how do you define self-confidence?
I think self-confidence is definitely about accepting yourself and be comfortable with who you really are. That means you love yourself no matter how you look, what kind of thing you do, and be comfortable with it. Don't feel like you want to compare yourself with anybody else.
Thanks for sharing that great definition. I totally agree. Loving yourself is huge, and it's not just loving the good parts, like the good, bad, and the ugly. That's what makes us who we are, and it's a part of us. So thanks for sharing that. And Scarlett, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
That's very interesting. So I'm a very positive person. Like, I think that's part of my personality. But, because I'm a bigger girl, I had a hard time in high school. Like, the boys, whatever, starting joking about this. And that's tough, but that doesn't even make me want to lose weight. The moment I decide is because I have a heart for fashion. So I couldn't find clothes for myself, in China. I'm talking about back in China. Like I want to, when you get teenager, you want to wear like more adults clothes, stuff like that. I couldn't find my size. That really is like a moment I was like, no matter what, I want to lose weight just to fit into the clothes I wanted. And I did. I lost like 30 pounds in like 2 months. Like I did all the crazy diet, I did all the acupuncture, whatever way I can. So I did that. But I found out, it's my body type. The certain part of my, my butt, my boobs is still just bigger than, the regular clothes I try to fit in. So no matter how many pounds I'm down, my body type is my body type. So ever from that, I was like, no, I'm not gonna, suffer my body to fit into clothing. And after I moved to US, I discovered more fashion, and this very body positive culture really influenced me ever after that.
Thanks for sharing that. And it's as Asian women, a lot of people feel like when you're Asian, you have to be like a size 0, right? And anything outside of that is not considered like beautiful, and you don't have that standard of beauty. But we have to realize like we're all different, we're all made differently, and some of us are maybe a little bit skinnier, a little bit bigger, or a little bit taller or shorter, but whoever we are, we have to learn first to love the skin that we're in. I mean, health and wellness is important, and losing weight is great, but sometimes when we lose that weight, we feel like we have to keep on, we have to keep showing up thinking that in order to be beautiful, we have to be a certain body size, or we have to, fit a certain size of pants. And it actually makes us more miserable than when we first started, right? And a lot of people don't realize that, like when they lose weight, they don't deal with like the emotional consequences or the results after that. And I think, it's not just about physical, it's also working on the inside to be who we are and be more comfortable in our skin. Like, you were able to realize like, you are who you are, your body type is your body type, and you're okay with that. And, you still love yourself regardless of whatever, regardless of what people may think of you, or regardless what happens, you still love yourself. And, especially body positivity, it's huge because, not a lot of people talk about it. People still, put labels on, different women or different people with different sizes. And we have to realize we're all human. We all are different and we should embrace it. And like you were able to, and because of that, what's your life been like now?
Yeah, so I mean, definitely it's more like a stereotype. Specific, we talk about Asian women. Like people think we have to be skinny, like more than just physically skinny. Like people think Asian people are in general very shy, stuff like that. There are lots of stereotype. I think nowadays, like since I'm the representation for Asian plus size woman, like I want to help the community to break that stereotype, to make people know us better as an Asian, as a community, to know there's so many diverse in Asia culture, but also Asian people can look very differently. We are tall, we're petite, we're bigger, we're like curvier, all of that. So yeah, I mean, I feel I have so much to do. I can help the community better. And, for me, it's like I'm just doing a learning process every day. This is like, confidence is not coming one day. I always say take practice, to love yourself, accepting your size. I always say it's like a intro level. There's more to self-love. It's about, mentally, like to really accept you, not just physically, but like what your work-wise, your life, everything, to really, really getting confident and comfortable with who you are inside out. That's something like, it takes time. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, and totally agree. I mean, confidence is always going to be a journey that we go through forever. And just because we go through different challenges in life, different unexpected things that happen. So, I'm glad you're able to share that. And, to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
I think it's always stay with yourself, like be present, look yourself now, like don't compare yourself to anybody else. This is a big trouble. Like when you starting compare yourself with others, you get frustrated, you find lost, you lost in the time of comparing. Like look, maybe compare with your past, or that's fine, but you are in your own journey, like no other people should in the same way. So that's the only thing I think you should like maintain your mind on, because it's very easy to starting looking at others, and that's the time you're gonna have a breakdown moment, I feel.
Thanks for sharing that great tip, and I totally agree. I know we're all guilty of the comparing game, especially being brought up in an Asian household. Like the comparing game is always strong, but like you mentioned, we have to remind ourselves we're all in our own journey, and when we're present in our own journey, we can go out there and keep moving forward and taking action. So thanks for sharing that. And if our listeners wanted to get to know a little bit more about you and what you do, or check out some of your work, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, I'm a Scarlett Halo on Instagram. Feel free to reach out me there by comments or DM. I'm there to share all my fashion tips with you, but also pass out this great message with you all.
Thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Scarlett, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Scarlett's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Scarlett for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Scarlett.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Not a problem. It was really great having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com to check out cool resources, blog articles, show recaps, and so much more. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.